Our entitled roommate is trying to dictate what I can and can't do in my own home, but I've had enough. I moved in July to a 5-people apartment in a small Spanish city. I'm Spanish as well, known for its university life. I'm a student, so are the other 2 girls that arrived in August, while the other guy is working, and we're all in our 20s. The issue is the 5th roommate, an adult American woman 40 years old that moved in late August. We don't know her age or her specific job, just that she's from California, but she's been nothing but a nuisance. When I knew that we would be living with an adult woman, I worried correctly that instead of trying to cohabitate she would try to behave like the head of the household and try to impose her own rules. And so she does. When she wants something done it has to be when she says so. She doesn't agree with chore division and hates our leniency with those, and has been complaining non-stop about storage arrangements when there is plenty of space except for the fridges, which were a headache to administer. She also only speaks English, and barely makes any effort to communicate in Spanish. I'm fluent in English, my other roommates aren't, so that part of basic communication doesn't work well. But what we all agree on is that she has been fixated on me for some reason. It started with fatphobic remarks. She became super aggressive with me and tried to command my own storage space. Since I own loads of ingredients I offered to free it if the others needed, but they refused, as they had their own storage chosen and divided. She said I couldn't use more than 1 cabinet, but the thing is, she uses 2 different cabinets. She uses 2 bathrooms and doesn't follow her chores. It's a common thing for her, rules for thee but not for me. It then became constant aggression with me, but I grey rocked her while losing my patience. Otherwise, my other roommates are sweet, responsible and respectful. We always talk and agree on things and no single problem has arisen between us that couldn't be fixed with a quick conversation. It came ahead when I was using the kitchen, calmly cooking while listening music in my headphones. I like to cook, and I always clean after myself. She barged into the kitchen, accusing me of occupying loads of space. There's plenty of space, 3 people can cook at the same time in that kitchen, and demanding that I stop spending time there, while also calling me a hog. At this point I lost my patience, raised my voice and laid on her. I called her obnoxious, disrespectful, demanding and unreasonable, that she's been nothing but a problem since she arrived, and forbade her from speaking to me till further notice. My other roommates heard the argument, and they sided with me, which further annoyed her. She tried to establish new rules like not using the kitchen beyond 6 p.m., informing when visits are coming, or a mandatory common lunch each week. The resounding no that unison clearly bothered her, and she just shut herself in her room. Since then she's been avoiding us, and we're doing the same. She barely comes out of her room, and doesn't speak a word. Sometimes she says stupid stuff on the group chat, but she's ignored or cut off. The agency that manages the flat is aware of the trouble, and we agreed that if after this period of silence she persists, then she will be asked to leave. She's probably realized that she cannot force her will and that we don't want to deal with her. As for now, she's not acknowledged me at all, so at least she's respecting my wishes. I don't feel bad because my other roommates and I are a united front. We know how to deal with her, and I just hope she reflects and chooses the best thing for her: stay and behave or leave. Other issues with her: she's awake at night, so we hear her in the kitchen making noise at 4 or 5 a.m. But she complains if we make noise during the morning or midday because she's sleeping. She usually sends passive-aggressive messages at those hours requesting chores to be done ASAP, but we just say we will do those on our timetable. She's laughed at one of my roommates' accent, mocking how she speaks. She tries to manipulate the other girls by giving them gifts, which are old clothes she leaves on their doors, and when something didn't go her way she says, "I've been so good with you, I give you gifts." There are many more, but this post is getting too long.